What's going on, guys? Chris here with Cali Moto TV. Welcome back to the channel. And obviously we have this 2025 Ducati Panigale V4S. We just did the ride. If you haven't seen that video, go back, check it out, see what this bike is all about when you ride on the street and through some twisties. It's quite impressive. But today's video is all about the dash and a lot of the electronics that are going on within this 2025 Ducati V4S. So real quick, we go through the numbers of this 2025 Ducati V4S. It has the 1103cc motor. You're still around 209 horsepower for us here in the US, 89 pound-feet of torque. Now, if you put the exhaust on, you're looking like 226 horsepower and around 94 pound-feet of torque, 93, somewhere around that. So if you do the exhaust, you definitely get some gains, but for $8,000, it's your choice. Now, before we get fully into the dash and show you all the different menus, it's kind of cool to understand a little bit of what's going on behind the scenes. Now, Ducati's got the 6-axis IMU, kind of like any bike, but the cool thing is they now have the Ducati Vehicle Observer, which is sort of an algorithm that brings in all the sensors that it already has for the wheelie control, stability control, launch control, what have you, and it brings it in and it sort of infuses its own calibration into what is needed at that particular instant of riding. And Ducati makes it seem like, you know, there's 70 physical sensors when there's really not. There's only the few that I mentioned. And it puts everything together so that makes sure that you have the appropriate power torque for that particular condition you're actually riding in. And to me, that's fascinating to have an algorithm that is that precisely given and to give out, you know, readings within the millisecond. It is fascinating. The thing that I want to know is, what is the longevity of that? You know, this is the first run of that particular system. What sort of bugs are we going to run into? That's sort of what I think. While Ducati's got this dialed in pretty decently, those things usually tend to come up as this particular platform will age within like 6, 8, 10 months. You might see some of those things pop up. The DVO system's really complex, and it's kind of mind-blowing that a motorcycle has that in it. So some of the features that pull off from that DVO system is the ECBS, electronic combined braking system. And what that means, it ties in the rear brake, especially as you're coming out of corners, to kind of keep you from going wide, or tightens them up and makes it so you can turn better. It's because, you know, racers drag rear brake. I don't know, it's better than me, so a bike that does it for me, heck, why not? All right, let's get this dash turned on so we can see what she looks like. Get the whole startup menu for track use only, because it does have the full active system on there. You see the Evo. We're going to start in the race Evo mode, but let's get out of that. There's a button over here for mode. You used to have to hold the little thumb multi-switch here to actually get in the modes. Now that they actually got rid of that, you have a specific mode switch up on the left-hand grip here. So let's go down. You'll see Road Evo, Wet Evo. We'll start with the Wet Evo setup. And you'll kind of get an idea as you go through it what all parameters you have. Now you have the power mode, go into that, and because this is wet, obviously you don't want all the power right away. It makes it safer to ride. So low power, also smooth delivery. Throttle by wire is a fantastic thing. Your electronic suspension, it's meant for low grip, and look at all of the different settings within that low grip menu or option. It shows you what your front fork, shock absorber, brake support, steering dampening, your cruising. It's a lot of information, but it breaks it out rather simply. So let's get back out of this and go to Road Evo. Again, setup, you look at your power mode. Now you're on high power, but this delivery is more smooth. And you look, you see full power, high, and low power. So it gives you an idea that there's different ranges within how much actual power is coming out and then how that's delivered. Now, when you go through all these modes, you'll notice it's got different dashes. The info mode is going to kind of tell you what to sort of expect when you actually get out of it. We'll go back all the way and show you what road setup looks like. And it actually kind of gives you sort of instructions on how to set up various aspects. Long press, get out of it, go back into it. Well, so we're going to go down to Sport Evo Setup. You notice each one of these modes has a setup mode, so you can actually get into it and play with your traction control, stability control, wheelie control, and go through everything. Or we'll go straight back into here and I'll show you what the different mode of, let's go to wet and see what that dash actually looks like. Wet Evo. I don't know why you'd want your power delivery, but hey, maybe that's something you want. So I want to get into the actual settings that you can do for the suspension specifically, because it is a smart EC 3.0 system that in here, and I'll kind of show you sort of the level of sophistication this this suspension setup has. So go into settings here, go to advanced, riding modes. We're in race A Evo, again exhaust puts in an Evo. And we'll go down to the DES, Ducati Electronic Suspension setup. Suspension, we'll go with track 1, active track 1. So you'll see you got the front forks. Again, you can adjust it for stability or comfort depending on how aggressive you're riding from the street. Dump it down into some comfort and you'll have a nice softer ride. Again, if you want a little bit softer suspension even on the track, maybe it's got a bumpy track, it's also an option. Go back. Shock absorber, same idea. What I think's interesting is the brake support. Now you already set your forks. You might be thinking, well, why do the brake support? Well, because this has a DVO system and it acts as though there's 70 different sensors on there, it can feel the bike diving, and under like sort of heavy loads as you go into a turn, you want it to be a little more stiff, more than likely, so that way you're not slamming the front end down. Now, you can adjust this again if you're on the street and you want to back it off a little bit, you can have it that way. The other one is mid-corner. Do you want to have a little softer suspension while you're going through the corner? You want it a little bit more stiff. And it really depends on the location and the type of track you're on, but the fact that you can dial it in one way or the other, and it's pretty simple as you see as you go through how it adjusts, I think it's fantastic. And yes, it doesn't really negate using a manual and static type suspension where you just do clicks and actually go from there, but the fact that the computer can control stuff like that's fantastic. Initial acceleration, again, same idea, is you want it to be more firm, so when you're coming out of a corner you don't squat as much, or do you want it to squat so you have that weight transfer back? It's really up to you, and the fact again you can dial this stuff in is plus or minus 5, so there's a lot to go through that. Acceleration, again, same idea. Do you want the bike to squat or do you not want it to? And then steering dampening, again, depends on where you're at. I usually have it more in the neutral setting, but maybe you want it to be a little less active or a little more active. The fact that the suspension can go to this level of tunability and sort of ease of tunability, because Panigales in the past, they used to just have like 1 through like 30 options to set everything. The fact is it's kind of been simplified, I like a lot. So you're going through more of these menus here, and this is for ABS, and normally it's, it's 1, 2, 3, or -1, -2, -3. What's really interesting is how they actually display what each setting does. If you look, you'll see rear slides off, track combined braking's on plus. We start to go up, and now the combined braking turns off when you turn up the ABS. And then it's back to track, and ABS going straight is medium, and ABS in the corner is minimal, which means as you're leaned over, it's got less ABS. Your rear's still off. Your front lift or rear lift control is off, so as you can do a stoppie. And as you continue on, say you go up to level 6, now rear lift control is on, and it's sort of calibrated to let you to have a little bit of your rear wheel in there under hard braking. And level 7, everything's max. Rear slide control's off, and the combined braking is for the street. It's a little less intrusive, but it's definitely still functional. If you go to info, you'll see each of those levels broken down, and you can see where, if you want to turn up, what each parameter does. And the fact that that info is there is amazing. It gives you so much to go off of. I want to point out something. You look through the dash, what did you not see? The fuel gauge. We looked through the service manuals, owner's manual, went through every freaking menu you could find and could not find anything related to a fuel gauge. Is that a problem? It is what it is. Ducati one day though might do it. The other thing is you can get cruise control. I believe it's an option that you can add to it. So definitely if that's something you're looking for, check that box when you order one. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been the 2025 Ducati V4S Panigale. A deep dive into the dash and the electronics that it has. It is very sophisticated. It's got a ton of options, and it's not the hardest to go through, and the actual adjustments make sense. Kind of surprising. Sometimes you get lost in the weeds, but not with the Panigale. So if you did like this video, please comment. Definitely let me know if you have any questions about it. We definitely look it up and find that answer for you, especially if you're looking at getting this new 2025 V4S. With that, you all have a good one, and I'll see you on the next video.